All right, what's up, y'all? We back with another video, man. Like, subscribe, and comments. Today we are exposing, just like we do on this channel. Now, today we are exposing the likemanship and the likelihood of the downfall of continuation of these women acting the way they do. All right? Don't get me wrong, man. This stuff started with shows just like this back in the day, man. I mean, Love and Hip Hop, this, that, and the third. Before there was a massive rapid of baddies everywhere, right? I mean, we didn't see them everywhere with the wigs and this and that as much as we did then now, you know? And now this baddie show is just a continuation of these shows that we've seen from growing up as a kid, right? I mean, I ain't really watched much as, you know, the Housewives or, you know, those ghetto shows. This is the continuation of it. But this guy that is the CEO of Zues Network, there's some dark shit going on. And this video right here that we're going to jump in today is just going to be sharing and exposing that crazy darkness that is in this show. Mind you, these women act like this crazily. Why is this even the show? Why is this being exposed to our black women? It's an agenda. This video is going to show us that. Let's jump into it.
Lawsuits that live itself behind our backs. Fake shit around the program, how it's supposed to go. It's forcing us to do whatever, say whatever out of our mouth. The whole show on this was a humiliation ritual. He's like the Black Harvey Weinstein. We don't talk about that.
The reality show Baddies premiered on May 16, 2021 on Zues Network.
Let this any girl that's watching this, fellas, ain't your girlfriend or your wife.
The show became a hit. By its second season, it had become one of the most popular shows streaming on Zues, with season 2 clocking in over 52 million viewers.
52 million viewers. I mean, 52 million delusional females out there that like watching this. Crazy.
It had proved to be a massive hit for the network. Although the show was successful and had millions of fans, it also had just as many critics. While most reality shows are normally considered trash TV, Zues had redefined the term, taking all the negative qualities reality TV shows were known for and amplifying them to new degenerate levels.
This is crazy.
This built a lot of controversy around Zues Network as it earned itself a reputation of being brain rot content aimed at the urban community. At the center of the controversy was the CEO.
Always one of our own planting seeds, man. The white man's behind. Hey, listen, there's a white man behind him with this. Best believe that.
Perpetuate harmful stereotypes of black people, particularly black women, painting them in an exaggerated negative light for the sake of drama. But not long after Lemmy began receiving criticism for his choice of programming, other more disturbing allegations against him began to emerge. This time it wasn't by critics, but by the very women who had worked on his shows. Lemmy was being accused of not only forcefully manufacturing the tension and drama seen on his shows, but also stealing money and using shady business tactics against his employees. But the worst allegation of them all was that he was
boo-hoo on that. What do these girls think gonna happen when they are literally being in a destructive, you know, frequency? Like, literally, like, what do they expect? If the show is based off of interrupted frequencies of you actually acting up and broadcasting that, what do you think the back end's gonna be, dog? You think it's gonna be all peanuts, sunshines, and roses? Come on, man, like...
The CEO to allegedly have his way with the women who were on these shows. This has led to many people making comparisons between Lemmy and the infamous monster Harvey Weinstein. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new video behind Zues.
Listen, it's called Connect Team, and it's in...
Listen, like, when it comes to stuff like that, these women are signing up for these things. These women are doing these shows. These women are signing these contracts, these dotted lines saying they will do this, 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 this. And then when stuff starts popping up, they want to ask questions and then they want to start acting like this is weird. You know what this is. Like, this is one of the biggest things about, like, when it comes to things like this. When back end stuff start not mathing, back end things start looking weird, expect it, because what you doing ain't in the realm of that back end stuff, not acting like that. You feel what I'm saying? That makes sense, y'all? If you have a good light, a good image, a good persona, it's a very slim chance of something crazy back end happening. Meaning, like, The energy you put in is the energy you get out. They putting in nothing but craziness and rudeness and disrespectful and destruction to people. What do you think the back end gonna be like? And most importantly, the nigga that's running it. Come on. Come on.
Com's intuitive work management.
Of show business. He knew exactly what was required to get people to watch a TV show. His parents, Bishop Glenn Plummer and Dr.
Bishop.
Ruth Pauline Plummer,
I'm telling you,
owned and
man, y'all
operated
folks, y'all
a number of
Christians.
religious TV stations and were significant figures in Christian media. His father was involved in the creation of 3 national Christian television networks. Growing up in this environment allowed Lemmy to learn
That
the
Christian-
principles
that-
of the
that
infrastructure
Christian
of the
religion, man,
television
rough.
business. But unlike his parents, he wasn't going to use his skills to produce content to guide people to God, but instead, the complete opposite. He wanted to make
And it always the ones that get raised in Christian background be the most evilest, the most snipe. I can't even find the words for it, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. That boy looked just like his daddy.
He wanted to make it in Hollywood. Lemmy got his start in Hollywood around 2007-2008, working as a production assistant on the TV series Extreme Makeover Home
Wow.
Edition. He used this opportunity to open a door into show business. Eventually, at the age of 22, he secured a first-look deal with BET Networks through his production company, Three Sons Productions. He produced and provided production services for popular series such as The Monique Show and The Family Cruise. He also
Wow.
created and executive produced the docuseries Vindicated for the network. Lemmy
See, you
started to
never
see
know what
success in
niggas be
Hollywood
doing
and
behind
decided
scene,
he would
man.
create his own production company, forming L. Plummer Media in 2011. Through his company, he co-created and executive produced the hit show Preachers for the Oxygen Network. He also produced shows for other networks such as WeTV's Mary Mary and BET's The
This
Shreds
guy's very
and The
interesting.
Westbrooks.
That's-
He was also behind Music Moguls featuring Snoop Dogg for BET. Lemmy
Wow.
had established himself in show business, becoming a dependable producer for the Hollywood system. But after achieving what he wanted, he realized it wasn't enough. He no longer wanted to create programming for other TV networks. He wanted to create his own TV network. And this is when the idea of Zues Network was born.
Oh
In
my
the
God.
2010s,
Zues Network, man. Let me tell you guys something about Zeus, man. If you guys never saw the show Chaos, I recommend you guys go watch that show on Netflix. Go watch it, and then you know. You know, those, you know, they love putting it in the shows. You know, Zeus is Jesus. You know, hey Zeus. And it's crazy that he has a Christian background too. You know, you can't make this stuff up, man. You know, you just can't. You know, and we have to, when you start seeing coincidences and it starts lining up too much, then you got to believe it for the truth at some point in time. I promise you.
way people were consuming television started to shift, with traditional cable losing the battle against streaming. Streaming sites like Netflix and Hulu became the primary way most people consume TV. Lemmy saw this and realized that instead of making TV shows for networks that were going to sell his TV shows to streaming sites, why not just make his own streaming site and release his shows through there? This way, instead of making a portion of the money the show produced, he can make all the money and keep it all for himself. He decided he would create what he called the Black Netflix for influencers.
Oh
In
my
Lemmy's
God.
mind, the
This
plan
nigga
was
is
genius.
leading us down to the fucking end of the damn tunnel with no light. This motherfucker here. You think, dog, anybody, comment in the comment section. If you think shows like this better our woman, if you even comment and say it does, I don't even know. You the enemy in itself. Cause who wants a woman that act like what's on these shows, dog? Like for real. I mean, there's niggas out there that like it. That ain't my cup of tea. But how do you expect to raise a generational wealth family with a woman like that?
He would use his knowledge of
On these
producing hit
shows.
shows to make his own hit show.
And then Ray
that
J
could
got
only
one
be
that's
seen on
for a
his
trans
network.
woman,
He was
which is
determined
crazy.
to make this vision a reality, to create the Black Netflix for influencers. The only problem was that creating a streaming site isn't cheap. He was going to need a boatload of money. So in 2017, Lemmy started looking for some potential partners to help him fund his idea. This is when Lemmy met the Storm Power, a social media influencer, through a mutual friend in late 2017. Lemmy told the Storm about his idea of creating the Black Netflix, and the Storm wanted in. After this, the Storm then brought in King Batch, who recruited Amanda Cerny. These four became the co-founders of the Black Netflix, and they decided to name it after the Greek god Zeus. Zues Network was born, and the team quickly began
The lightning
working on their
bolt, too.
programming. With the rise of social media influencers, Lemmy and the others went with the strategy of greenlighting people,
This
not
is not
shows,
this is not Black
leveraging the
Network. I
existing
tell y'all
massive
that.
fan base of its
What they
social
about to put
media
on
star
there?
creators.
What they
ended up
about to put on there ain't no type of Black Network, dog. I swear, it's all about destruction on their network.
developing 30 exclusive shows that were directly hosted by these social media influencers.
Jake
Now
Paul.
that they had the content, they had to figure out pricing. It was eventually decided that the original price for a monthly subscription to Zues Network on launch would be just $3.99 per month.
Your workflow is important to us.
Woo! Dog, they just trying to find more and more ways. And then unfortunately, it gotta be our people that gotta, but there always is somebody right in the background helping, dog. I promise you that. You think this whole time this music industry how it's been, you think the white people sit here and play this music at their home? No, they just fund it because they all about royalties. They all about generational wealth. They all about money coming in without them paying attention to it. But they don't care about the discretion of what they do and how it affects other individuals.
Ready to launch their Black Netflix, and Lemmy was confident this was going to be a massive success. On Friday, July 13, 2018, Lemmy held a launch party, finally launching Zues Network to his 40,000 subscribers. This was the moment he was waiting for. He was going to change urban TV forever like Netflix once did. But like most of his reality TV shows, the launch ended in total disaster, nearly destroying the entire network on the first day of launch. See, before the launch, Zues was told by the developers creating the streaming app that the app wasn't going to be ready for launch day. But Lemmy and the others were set on that launch day and decided to go ahead with the release of the app, even though the developers warned it wasn't ready. This led to severe issues with the app on day one. The main issues were the search feature.
Good job, Spirit guys.
And the names of shows
all
being
that
misspelled,
up.
Alongside other technical issues. All of this made the app difficult to operate. But as bad as it was, that was the least of their problems. The real serious problem was the subscription glitch. When they launched the app because it wasn't ready, the app glitched and allowed all 40,000 users to subscribe completely for free. They lost about $160,000 on day one. They were forced to
We celebrate that because the enemy ain't about to just keep doing what it's doing out here like that smoothly.
And pay for it. The launch went horribly, but Lemmy did not give up, and he continued to work on establishing his network. In 2019, Lemmy saw his first dose of success with Zues. He gave a show to Black China and called it The Real Black China, which was released in 2019. The show was a moderate success and succeeded in attracting more subscribers. In 2020, he continued his releases with Jocelyn's Cabaret and One More Chance, both pulling in thousands of subscribers for the network. While things were going great,
look at his narrative. So he's trying to paint a narrative of what black people want on TV. And this dumb like, did you just see the past two shows? No one cares about Black China. How's that helping the black community to see her life? Like, what? Dog, this guy has to be stopped. I'm glad that...
A flagship show. A show that was going to put Zues Network on the map. He needed something that was going to have tons of drama, fighting,
this
romance,
is beyond me,
and
dog.
fighting. Around this time, the reality star Natalie Nunn, who was on Bad Girls...
She's trans. Look at her. She has to be trans, fellas. She has to be. There's no way.
Wanted to do a Bad Girls Club reunion show and was
either or, you just don't know these days.
Exclusive. This, for many reasons, didn't work out. And in December 2020, Natalie and 5 other former Bad Girl Club participants appeared on an episode of the Zues Network show, The Conversation, to air out their issues regarding the failed reunion. Because of how many fans the Bad Girls Club had, this episode of The Conversation exploded in views. The high engagement...
You know what this show shows? Do you know what this show shows? As long as you look good and glammed up and plastic surgery and injected up, you can act whatever way you want. And if you act any way you want, ain't nobody gonna do shit but a couple fights and you can live your life and be rich. That's what this show expresses to the woman out there. Look at all these lips injection, titty implants, you know, fake hair. Like, it's just a hot mess.
The episode
Look at, it's just a hot mess.
Demonstrated a strong audience interest in seeing the Bad Girls back together.
Terrible. This is why I'm doing this video. Gotta express it. We gotta put light on it. And we got this not cute girls.
Baddies was in production. The first season of Baddies Baddies ATL, which reunited 8 former Bad Girl Club cast members in a mansion in
All
Atlanta,
Jesuits.
premiered on Zues Network on May
They can't
16,
even handle each
2021.
other.
It was like the Bad
There's
Girls
so much
Club on
chaos
steroids.
energy.
More drama, more scandals, and way more fighting. Since Baddie wasn't airing on traditional TV,
Oh my God,
Lemmy
you
and
could just
Natalie,
feel the
the
energy with
executive
Sukihana, how
producers,
demonic
were
she
allowed
is.
to show whatever they wanted. They did just that, showing anything and everything, going way too far in many instances.
Look at that. You could just, ooh, like you can, I can feel literally the energy of that being in Sukihana, like from my spiritual sides of what I can see, dog. You could just whole full body Jezebel, Lilith, which was Satan's daughter, Satan's wife. Whoo, dog, we gotta get far away from the spirit, clean up the woman.
The show was an immediate success. Fans just couldn't get enough of the non-stop drama. After season 1 wrapped, they dropped Baddies South season 2, and it was a massive success. Season 2 went on to accumulate over 52 million views, and this led to millions of
subscribers. You see the bullshit? 50 million views of bullshit.
In hundreds of millions of dollars for Zues Network. Baddies had become Zues Network's biggest show and its first hit. Lemmy had done it. He had created his own successful network, but all the success didn't come without controversy, something Baddies couldn't stop attracting.
Crazy.
The primary issue many people had with Baddies was that it portrayed black women in a negative, stereotypical way.
That part.
And focused heavily on excessive, often instigated physical violence
that
against
part.
cast members.
That part.
Significant criticism and allegations from former cast members that producers deliberately instigated fights and disregarded cast safety. Even though Lemmy had created a hit show, he was now being accused of exploiting black women for ratings and profit. These issues quickly led to people calling for the show's cancellation.
That's right.
But Lemmy had other plans. He was going to shape his entire network after Baddies, creating several spin-offs and shows just like it.
Oh
Lemmy
my God, we
greenlit
gotta
more
get rid of
shows
this
that
guy.
followed Baddies' formula.
We have to
Giving
get
a
rid
show
of
to
him.
rapper Blueface and his girlfriend Krishan Rock that chronicled their toxic relationship during.
Oh my God, dog. We gotta get rid of this guy. Gotta cancel Zues Network, because he gonna set us back even more decades. We gotta get rid of this nigga. But we gonna end this video on here. You guys already know. Like, subscribe, and comment. Maybe I should leave it to 20 minutes. Yeah, we gonna run
In the
it
show, the couple would routinely get into heated, toxic fights that would end in Krishan getting arrested. In one viral episode, she even hit Blueface with a Hennessy bottle over the head.
Oh
and then
my
proceeded
God.
to vacuum out the glass pieces from his head. This show.
Oh my
What if you
God.
create your own website by saying, this is what I want?
You
With
see,
links.
yo, you see what they promotion? Yo, that's exactly what they were just saying. Promoting this to the black. Then these women out here think it's cute to hit a nigga over the head with a bottle. Like, cause you're a baddie. Like, first of all, ladies, you don't ever want to be called a baddie. You don't want to associate yourself with that. Because it says it in there. Bad. B-A-D. Can't you be a goodie? Why don't you want to be a goodie? You know, there's a lot of women out there in other countries that will love to say that they're a goodie. Yeah, you're loving, kind, express feminine energy for your man. Yes, you don't want to be a baddie. Hitting niggas over the head with a bottle, getting arrested, being disrespectful. Like, what? Gotta get far away from that, ladies. It's not good for you. It's detrimental.
Another massive success, and only incentivized Lemmy to produce more and more shows like it. Lemmy didn't seem to care that people were accusing him of exploiting black women. He also didn't care that he was now on the complete opposite side of where he started with his parents. He grew up watching his family push the word of God on TV. He ended up pushing the devil's entertainment instead.
Yes, he is. You know why? Sorry, we pushing it. You know why? Because every man is an extension of their father. We are the father's seed. So he is the negative side expressed of his father. Even though he's in the Christian church, that stuff still got, it's a different topic for a different video. But you guys already know pastors are being exposed left and right these days. He's just an expression of his, I'm an expression of my dad, the good side of my dad. And then, you know, there's my brother who's probably the expression of him, his current self too, in a different body. But I'm the expression of my dad, of what he wished he could do, because I do a lot of, I have a lot of accomplishments that my dad always focused himself on when he was about my age, but he never accomplished them. But he had me, and then I was able to do that. So every son is an expression of a dad's, you know, self.
he released, the more his reputation soured, and eventually, he wasn't just receiving backlash for his shows, but for his disturbing inappropriate behavior.
Yeah,
Around
bro, we gotta
2023
find
and
this nigga.
2024, Lemmy started getting accused of all types of disturbing misconduct from the cast members of his shows. He was being accused of mixing work with pleasure, with many accusations being made, accusing him of using his power as a CEO to force baddie cast members to hook up with him. Those who agreed received favoritism, while those who disagreed were punished. It all started with a woman named Christina Rome, a former baddie star.
Oh, we was about to end the
Rome
video. It's
accused
getting
Lemmy of
spicy.
assaulting her and claimed he had other potential victims.
Going around about
Hold on, before we even get in that, they ain't victims, dog. I promise you they ain't victims, bro. I promise you. You know why I know they ain't victims? Because they allowing themselves to be on this show. And if they not on this show, guess what? They're expressing the way that they're on this show somewhere else. So these women that talking about whatever they about to talk about know what the hell they was dealing with when they came in. That's the number one thing about these type of women. They act like shit is a surprise. You coming in here with all this anger, frustration, destruction, the show backing of what it is bad. So you think, come on, half of these women could be dancers. Half of these women could be OF fans. So like when a nigga tries to come to them sexually, especially your boss or something, why are you surprised? Come on.
the network and
Just
things
real.
that
I don't know. Maybe it's just
want
me.
to just blast. I want
Blast, because when you don't blast it, things are happening to girls like me and everywhere else, everywhere.
So I heard that you were like being low key, like controlled, manipulated by not so Greek. And
Right.
I don't want to.
So, like I played, if you got one of your own executives to your network saying to someone, I felt bad for you, that's a problem. While you guys are getting drunk and having fun and just wanting to have a show, there's a person that's doing the harder work, and that person was me. And I finally feel the courage to speak about it because I was put into some situations that I didn't want to be in. I don't think no
Boo-hoo,
woman, no girl.
Boo-hoo. That's the network you're working with. Boo-hoo. You signed up for it. You liked the job opportunity. When they talked to you about what you was doing, you was going to do, like, come on, bro. Stop. This is saying females, I know, and I'm probably, some people probably don't, agree with what I'm saying. But most of the time when women come in these victimship situations, they put themselves there. I got stories all up in my head I can have right now about these type of situations. And then they act like, oh, it's surprising when something happens. Girl, you signed up for this.
Should be put in those positions, and I was put in them.
Do you think you were manipulated? Do you think you were controlled?
He kept everyone away from me in order to control me so that I couldn't hear anything from you. I can't hear anything from any executives.
Quit.
I can't hear anything
Quit
from
then.
anyone. I can
Bye.
only
Walk
hear
off the set.
what he's telling me.
I heard
Your
it was, like,
executive,
thing,
your
like, if you don't
executive
do
should be
this-
talking.
Not long after Christina, a woman named Charisse Mills, who was on One More Chance, accused Plummer of expecting employees to engage in intimate acts with him to remain on air. She also claimed that she had slept with Lemmy and suggested that his wife knew he was sleeping around but was afraid of leaving him, even claiming that he would sleep with women with his wife being in the same bed, going as far as to compare him to a Black Harvey Weinstein in an interview.
Heck no.
Why not? Oh yeah, wait, hold on.
No, I don't with that nigga.
Why not? Wait.
He is like he's like the Black Harvey Weinstein. We gonna talk about that.
Wait. Let me ask my partner. Which man? He does great business.
Listen, he does great business, but he also does shady business. Okay,
Like
he
what?
promises people things in exchange for certain things.
Shut up, dog. I swear, dog. I swear. These type of women. That's the business that you're in. You think you gonna be a baddie on TV and not give no coochie to nobody? Like, come on. Dog? I don't know. We're gonna end the video here. I'm not saying what the guy's doing is right, and I'm definitely not justifying him. But what I'm saying is these women have to understand what kind of rooms they're walking in as soon as they sign up. Come on, Zues Network, Baddies. What do you think this shit is going to be? Sunshine, rainbows, and happy days there? There's going to be people trying to take advantage of you. And if not those people, of course, the CEO. Like, y'all coming on these... Oh, man. We gonna... Listen, maybe we do part 2. Comment down in the section how y'all feel on this topic and this situation. But the main point remains and stands here. This is not black TV. We need to get our gods and goddesses black to back. Black excellency. I'm sorry, these big words they made. Black excellency. We need it. Peace.